In 1945, by the time World War II had ended, much of the world was in chaos and subject to imminent social and cultural changes. What became obvious after the catastrophes was that former European imperialism was to come to an end. Yet modern thought, in both Europe and in the colonies, underwent many modifications that accounted for societal changes worldwide. In World War I, societies in Europe started out with a unified patriotic optimism that later deteriorated as arduous and painstaking conflicts continued. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, was one of the most influential modern thinkers of the 20th century.
I started my professional activity as a neurologist, trying to bring relief to my neurotic patients.
Freud began to address the rising discontent with European societies. He argued that disappointments and altered attitudes towards the war questioned the true moral intentions of a civilized culture. Freud's explanation of the primitive and aggressive human nature that lie beneath being civilized prompted other thinkers to search for sources from what they considered as primitive. As changes in modern thinking in Europe shaped its society and culture, the extended colonies of Europe were also experiencing modifications. If European thinkers were seeking ideas from those underdeveloped, whom they called savage, the concept of savagery was different for the colonies. A Martinique-born Afro-French anti-colonial thinker named Frantz Fanon openly impeached the violence and savagery of colonialism. During this period, European colonies were inevitably drawn into the global wars. Though the European powers and their colonies fought together, racism was integrated into culture. Fanon argued that white supremacy generated a distorted psychological construction of the black self that had been built in imitation of the colonizer over many years. Fanon called for a new sense of liberation by breaking the link with the colonizer. Fanon's struggle was to help create a black identity and culture independent of racism. His thoughts influenced rising nationalism and future struggles for independence in the colonies after World War II. Society, both in Europe and in the colonies, confronted such radical changes as emerging modern thoughts challenged conventional society and culture.